Oh, hey, B. Listen, I'm late to the party, but we got to talk about Belle Collector Birmingham. Okay, for the people that's tuned in, let's go ahead and get into it. All right. Stormy, she's frustrated because y'all know she had her 48-hour live. They done fucked up the thing down there, right? Where they were supposed to be flashing and showcasing Lala's box. They over here doing some shit completely different. The way I would have been mad as hell, the way I personally felt like Stormy was more demure. I really would have been clenching the fuck out my chin, my jaw, my cheeks. Like the way I would have been mad as fuck. But I felt like she maintained her composure, and maybe it was because she was live, right? I also don't see Stormy as the person to really be hooping, hollering, cussing, yelling folks out like my ass would. Okay, if you saw my IG story yesterday, I don't care. I was going off. I did call into that establishment because bitch, open up this lane, ho. But either way, I was just saying, she don't really give me that, okay? And maybe I don't give some of y'all that, but it can get like that. Outside of that, I would have been going off on it. It's all right. However, it was live, so maybe she was just not wanting that to be picked up on the live. But I would have been mad AF, and she was mad AF, but she was more composed because y'all just fucked up some of the sales right now, and y'all know Stormy get that backlash. Y'all know, especially the folks that can't stand her ass from Love and Marriage Huntsville, baby. Child, I wish I was there at our show this weekend. Everybody was not there, but for the people that were, girl, some of y'all was not feeling Stormy in that crowd, man. Mm-mm. But not saying that you guys are the type of people that will be over there in her social media and giving her hell. But some of them Love and Marriage Huntsville fans will. Okay, about these products and shit not going out, the wrong products, all this and that. She does get that backlash. Okay. And then when you do stuff on TikTok, even outside of the Love and Marriage Huntsville people, that's a whole different set of people that's gonna be on your ass, okay? Because one thing about TikTok, the folk gonna go down there and they gonna complain about an order they didn't get, okay? But either way, all right, it can be very stressful. So I understand, but I would have turned up just a little bit more. And this is my problem too, because I feel like I got a lot of thoughts. So first of all, I would be upset as well with them putting the wrong stuff out. Now I got to go back and correct it in some type of fashion, right? Either I'm gonna get the backlash or I got to compensate these people. But what's bothering me is why y'all don't be fucking listening. You know what I'm saying? Like why y'all not fucking listening? If I'm telling y'all and I'm communicating, where did the mishap happen? Huh? 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 Where did it happen at? That you did not understand that you need to flash this when we're talking about this and flash that when we talk about that. Did I do something wrong? Did I not do a good job of communicating, or did the people I related shit to not relate it back? Like we would have to get that fine tooth comb, okay? Because to know that she had to turn around and just gift those people those products, that is losing money. But that's one thing Stormy ass will do, okay? Because I ordered something from Stormy on a TikTok sale. I think it was on a live that they had. I don't know if it was that same one or not. I know because it wasn't the one with Lala. Lala, it was before that. I ordered something from her and I never got my stuff, right? Or the order had never shipped. And so I hit her up and I'm like, yo, this is what's going on. And so she showed me the screens and stuff like this is what's happening on our end. You may have to cancel that order or whatever, but send me your information. I'm gonna send it to you. Stormy sent me that and a whole bunch of other shit to make up for me not getting my shit. And I appreciate that. Okay. So shout out to her for that. She definitely made up. So, it may suck. You got to take that L, but that would be frustrating because I don't know how TikTok would have been able to compensate them because TikTok was running this sale, but then on her system, it was like frozen. However, it was like stuck in one queue and it wasn't moving to the next or whatever it was. So I would, if I was, I'm sure she was, I would have been on TikTok's ass. But then even with that, you want to additionally accommodate people. That's to me, that's just good business. Okay. When there's a fuck up on your end, sometimes people don't understand the ins and outs of TikToks or any of that. They just looking at you as a business. And now this particular situation, it was on Stormy and her team, or more so her team that fucked up. So now she got to turn around and she got to compensate these folks. Okay, but I feel like that's good business. Yeah, you're gonna lose some business, but you gonna gain some positive with the positive reviews of, oh, I got this and I got that and all of that. Okay, so Child, I just went on a little tangent about that because that would have irritated the shit out of me. Girl, all this damn girl organizing and planning to get shit in order. You mean to tell me the first thing we do is fuck up? I'm over here worried about the mics, thinking everything else gonna be in order, and y'all done messed that. I'll be mad as hell. But either way, Martell done showed up, hated it, still didn't want to see his ass. I'm not gonna hold y'all. Okay, now I do understand, the ladies think Martell is fine. They do. Martell is not a bad looking guy at all. He has a nice body and all of that. But sometimes when you know a person's actions, like, we don't give a damn about how you look. Okay. But also her audience, a lot of them don't know about his damn actions. Okay. They probably up there all like, oh, he fine. You should make your own glaze. Girl, he's glazed the bitches up enough. Don't put your hands on me. The man has glazed the women up enough. He's done enough damn glazing, if you ask me. He don't need no damn more. I'm just telling y'all what it is. Now, if you don't know, you need to find out a little something. But he done enough glazing, baby. Okay? Talking about some damn, you need to make your own glaze. Girl, shut up. Shut up. Okay? Either way, maybe I'll say this. Let me say this. Maybe having Martell, because he has a nice body, child, maybe she could utilize him. Because whether people like it or not, and I'm one of the people that not, I'm one of the nots. Like, whether I like it or not, he has a fan base, right? He has supporters, and they probably would buy his products, and some of the women would just buy because he looks attractive. Oh, the product smell good, I'm gonna buy it for my man type thing. Maybe it will be good, not so much as to make him his own glaze, because like I said, he's really glazed enough. But if you was gonna do it, just make a glaze for men, which I think she may have already had started that with Siamo. But make another one for him, or not for him, like he's saying for him, but I don't want nothing really for him. But just utilize his body for pictures or something like that, but make a glaze. And then as it pops off, bring in somebody else that's more notable on La La level with a nice body. Matter of fact, go get Tyler LaPlue. Is that how you say it? LaPlue? Go, matter of fact, Stormy, go find Miracle Watts and Tyler. They about to get married. I don't know if you need to gift them something, but when they done, in my personal, you need to go and do a little deal or something with them together. I don't know if it need to be called the LaPlue. I keep messing. I be wanting to say LaPlay, but I really think that's not wrong. I don't think that's right because it has an E in his name. But whatever his last name, like, maybe you can make something with them. Go, because them two fine people in my personal. And my girl Miracle has worked very hard to change her brand up. So you might want to go knock on their door. Okay, right after they seal this marriage, okay? And go get them and promote the stuff. And I don't know, maybe you could do one down to the Pank or something like that. Okay, because we still waiting on P Valley too. So go over there and talk to them and see what they can do. Girl, give me my 2%. Okay. Tell Chanel I said slide over just a little piece, girl, and give me my 2%. Okay. I would like 1% off each person once they sign this deal. Okay. Because I recommended it. And so piece somebody clip this and send it to Stormy. Either way, let's keep going. All right. So the ladies arrived to the set. Y'all know Sonetta came, Fumi came, and Kayla came. Yeah, those were the three ladies that were in the car together, right? So they ended up showing up. Baby Martell could not take them ladies. And more importantly, he could not take Fumi. And when I tell you I loved everything Fumi ass was over there talking about, I love it because I feel like Martell often shows up as a man that wants to be able to control women. And I love how Fumi was talking like, you ain't nothing, okay, but a bank. Even if you is my husband, okay? Something about that. I loved it. Martell couldn't take it. It means that I need a break. I know you do. Get your ass up. We've had enough of you anyway. So, Caleb, her man decided to show up, show support to her. I thought that was nice. I thought that was nice of him. Some part of me was like, well, ain't nobody else man show up, so why yours showed up? You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I was like, that was kind of him to just show up, give her support. But some part of it, to me, I can't put my finger on it. I don't know if it's like the extra dependency on him or something. I don't know. Just know I'm watching y'all. He seemed like he may be a good guy. But every time I say that, y'all fuck up in some capacity. But I'm watching it. I don't know, but it was cool for what it was, all right? Now, Kylan, she over there performing. She doing her thing, doing her dancing and all of that. And then Kayla asked, why she what did she take before she started dancing or whatever? Like, oh my gosh, she has a lot of energy. Like, what did she take? Oh wow. Now, granted, I will say in Kayla's defense, now how I was looking at it at that time, it was like, okay, maybe she could be talking about an energy drink or maybe some coffee, caffeine or something. Why she got this energy? I was kind of like, where the hell did drugs come from? Well, we find out later. Because Kayla decided to take it further instead of, oh, what did she take? Because my thoughts wouldn't have automatically went to drugs. First thing I would have thought was a damn energy drink. I'm not finna hold you. I'm like, damn, she took one of them 5-hour energy shots. Like, what? Right? But girl, you don't went up under that lady comments. Bitch, she should have cussed you out on site. High key, but let's keep going. So Stormy didn't invite Tiffaney. She said it was an energy thing, so she couldn't deal with all of that. And I kind of said that. I figured Stormy, so much she go off energy and stuff. Maybe she felt like Tiffaney would have been too much. And maybe that was the best thing for Stormy to do, knowing that she was going to be all over the place and stuff. And I don't want nobody to get into any arguments, nothing heated if her and Fumi ain't work out their stuff. So I do understand it in a sense, but I still feel like in my personal, she should have hit her up and said, hey, I'm going to go ahead and disinvite you. Now, Tiffany's feelings would have been the same way. Regardless, she still would have felt the way about not being invited. But I think that the courtesy of it all would have been, hey, I don't want you coming, right? Amber, she finally lets me into her business, okay? Hey, Amber girl. So she lets us into her business and she lets us know that she wants to have children. That's something she's interested in with or without a man. A lot of women are doing this now. They not waiting on no man. Okay. If they're able to move forward through IVF without him, that's what they're going to do. And that it appears to be what she's doing. She's starting that process. She does go to the doctor with her mom. Her mama pretty much wants her to get a man, but until he get here, I'm gonna be here supporting you throughout this process. Okay. And is she going through the full thing or is she just not like I'm not sure. Is she going through the full thing of IVF without the man, or is she just saving her eggs? Because I think that may be what maybe she just, taking her eggs and putting them up and saving them until that time come, or is she going to move forward with the process? I'm not sure. I may have to go back and watch that part. But that's what they got going on. Meanwhile, you got Amber and Kylan over there talking. And this is where we find out that Kayla wrote underneath Kylan's post saying, girl, you did so good, this, that, and the other, but you had so much energy. I was wondering if you did a line or something like that, she said. How, is you cool? Did a what now? So Kylan says she thought I did a line. I did. I got up there on TikTok and I did a line dance on her ass. That's what I did. Okay? Because are you all right? But it's okay though. I'm going to see you. When I see you, I will be confronting you. You will be getting that energy on that day. You're going to wish I had a did one. Okay? So I will be confronting her. And I have to say, Amber says that Kayla is sneaky. I agree. I agree. I agree. I agree. And it's not just so much as like when we first saw them go to Stormy's first celebration of the Lala collaboration. She stood right next to Amber on more than one occasion and act like she didn't see that damn lady and did try to play it off. But it's also the story her ass told in the car for me that shows me that Kayla is great at lying. The way she tried to tell that story about being connected to this old ass man who was out of bounds for dealing with a 17-year-old. And then you want to give us this roundabout ass story about your mama kicking you out. And then I didn't believe in shacking up. Girl, shut the hell up. I don't believe in that shit. I didn't believe in shacking up. And I didn't even pay attention to the ages of her kids or anything. So I'm not sure. But for you to marry him 2 weeks later, it's really giving your mama was upset because you've been messing with this man and you turned around and you got pregnant, or this old man got her young daughter pregnant. So now that he got you pregnant, let him take care of you then. You about to be 18, get up out my house, and then you moved in with him, and then y'all got married. Yeah. Yeah, it also gives that y'all got married not only because you was going to have a child, but because you were trying to protect him in some type of fashion. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, somebody. But also in Alabama, I do believe that an older person can marry a 16-year-old if the parents approve of it. It's some weird shit like that. So it would have looked weird, but you know what I'm saying? Like, it still gives, like, she may have been trying to, or maybe he was trying to protect himself by going ahead and marrying her. So when that baby come, it wouldn't look too odd. But also at the same time, I think her mom would have had to approve it or some bullshit. So I don't know if the laws are still the same, but yeah. Just like you sat in that damn car and tried to sleep, protect him, telling him, well, in his defense, I was 18. I told him I was 18. Girl, get the fuck. Let's keep going. So Stormy chats with her assistant, right? She's over there talking to the assistant about the live, how successful it went. Lala did 1 million in sales just on her products alone. They had a $3 million week. So shout out to them, right? And at some point, Stormy gets emotional because she's thinking about the mishaps and things that took place on the live. And she like, people don't be understanding I got a lot on my damn shoulders. Okay. When people get ready to go in on the company, it's really not the company for real. They going in on my ass. Okay, they're dragging the shit out of me. And that's a lot to carry on your shoulders. It's a lot that goes into it. It's a lot of stress. It's a lot of people that I'm trying to please, including my damn self, from my customers to these employees, making sure y'all good, to any, other people that I'm working with. It's a lot of shit going on. It's a lot of moving parts. And I feel like people take things for granted, the blessings that we have, because they don't sit on the level, sit in the same level as me. Right. And she said she wished she could let them sit in her seat for a day. You know what? You should. You should. You should. In my personal, I think you probably should pick maybe a select few, maybe 5 of them, and eat and have a different boss per day or some shit, or maybe per week. And let them see, like, just sit back and see, if you had to manage your own company, what would you do? You know what I'm saying? Okay, we're facing this hiccup. How would you, as a boss, handle that? Like, maybe you should. Maybe that's an idea for something. So Chanel called Stormy, talking about the event. She said, I noticed some people weren't there. She explained about that. Then she said, Tiffaney wasn't invited, and I didn't really invite her ass because of that mop comment she made. And Stormy, it's more than the mop comment. Okay. I honestly think that it's more than a dog barking at her ass, too. I don't know, because also vibes are very important. I think Stormy got her own vibe off of Tiffaney, right? Because Tiffaney does come off with like this uppity, better than vibe. She does come with that. And I noticed that when another BIT is likely on the surface doing better than Tiffaney, i.e. Stormy, her attitude towards that person is completely different than somebody she may deem as beneath her, like a Fumi. It's just really, the interactions are a bit different to me. But that was pretty much what was going on. Tiffaney, Amber, Kayla, and Sanetta decided they was gonna go work out. Of course, they talk about the Canvas Beauty Live, how they enjoyed it. Tiffany asked them what was they doing on the sofa, and they said, "Oh, we was talking about the glaze or whatnot." She said, "Oh, okay, so y'all became employees. Okay, employees of the products. Okay." Baby, Tiffany was being shady as hell, knowing that she tuned into it. She said that she watched the live. So you knew what they was doing on the sofa, more than likely. I don't think she watched the whole thing, but maybe she peeped in. Maybe she didn't see the sofa part, but I feel like she did. You saw what they was doing over there on the sofa. You just wanted to make sure you got that off, and said that they was over there selling products and that she used them as employees. That's what you were insinuating. Well, shit, you tried to use Stormy and Amber as a damn janitor down to your location for that damn party, child. But I guess either way, that's what's going on. She did say that she talked to Fumi, though. They did have a conversation. She acknowledged that she didn't handle the conversation very well. And Fumi also apologized for kind of impeding on her event, trying to get her to talk to her. So now they have a mutual understanding. Things are all well for the moment. Okay? For the moment. We'll see how that's gonna work out, right? Amber, she decides to kind of confront Kayla about the things that she said about her cousin on her page. Like, girl, that was out of line. You don't even much know her like that. Going over there to her page, trying to insinuate that she doing a line. Like, are you okay? Like, what would make you say something like that? And Kayla's first response was like, first of all, girl, I didn't even know that was your cousin. Oh, okay. So if you knew it was her cousin, you wouldn't have said it. I guess. Okay. Either way, she said she was joking. And she already was seeing comments like that. I don't believe she was seeing comments like that at all. And this Kayla be full of shit. It's just what it is. We be seeing, and I know I have, even if I haven't watched like the whole live, I've seen Kylan, I'm sorry, I've seen Kylan quite a few times. That's just how she is. Honestly. So, and maybe Kayla hasn't seen her like that. I would think that you have, right? So I don't know why you would like project that. Oh, you've been doing a line. Let me go back. So for me seeing that video, I'm like, okay, Kylan, well, I didn't see the video, but how I'm thinking about it, I've seen Kylan on TikTok quite a few times. That's just her energy. I feel like a lot of the people that watch Stormy's lives, a lot of them are likely repeat customers, so they already know the energy that Kylan brings. So for Kayla to sit up there and say that she was already seeing comments about her doing a line, I feel like you was lying. Okay. I feel like that's just what you wanted to say. Either way, it is what it is, okay? She says, what did no, Amber said, listen, it's only one person I don't play about, boo, and it's Kylan. It's really just that simple. And Kayla said, you know what, girl, I can take accountability for that because you seem like you about to get up and beat my ass right now. And that's just one thing I don't do. I don't fight. Now I may shade and like I don't see shit. I may talk a little piece of some shit. I may, say something a little quirky and funny and hide it behind my eyes and smile or whatever, girl. But girl, you ain't gotta swing on me. It ain't that deep. Like, I'm sorry. My bad. Tap tap. Won't happen again. You ain't gotta worry about me, love. All right. So since Sinetta says, well, we gotta understand that what's funny to us ain't funny to everybody else, okay? So you over here trying to crack a joke, but the joke ain't that damn funny. I.e. Tiffaney, when you brought that mop comment up to Stormy. That one cool. And Tiffaney says, yes, that, I get it. I'm gonna try and talk to Stormy. And I do think it's important that we let somebody know when we've offended them because you won't know if you offended them. And I'm like, damn, I wish you had this same thought when Fumi came to you to let you know that you offended her. Cause you gave all kind of pushback and had a little neck roll or attitude because you weren't trying to hear shit. Girl, you hypocrite. Hypocrite is you. Okay. But that's what's going on. Amber decides she wants to bring the ladies together to go to the Civil Rights Museum. Nobody showed up but Tiffaney, Kendra, Stormy, and Chanel. All right. So when Kendra and Tiffaney are in the car, Tiffaney tells Kendra about Sonetta telling her that Stormy didn't really like the mop comment. She said, but she was clearly joking and all this and that, right? And she said, because I was laughing. I don't remember Tiffaney laughing. Maybe she did. But it was like, I need you to mop. I need you to mop. I need you to mop. And I feel like if Stormy would have mopped, you wouldn't have stopped her. But okay, it is what it is. So her friend pretty much says that, you gotta, she don't think that Stormy is a person that really likes to serve people and that you gotta watch that type of person, a person that's all about their business. If they base who they are on their business, then, there's no substance. But at the same time, I feel like you speaking from a place of also not knowing her either. You don't know if she bases everything about herself from her business. I think you may have been watching her from afar and maybe came up with your own conclusion about her when you don't personally know her too. So I'm not gonna say it's invalid, but what I am gonna say is that I'm looking forward to seeing how Stormy responds to what Kendra ass had to say. Okay, don't nobody give a damn about you being no mayor's wife, girl. Don't nobody give a damn about that but Tiffaney and the mayor. All right. Either way, that's that. What else? So Amber, she don't show up. Like I said, she don't show up. She's sick. So Tiffaney brings up, it's only Stormy them there. Tiffaney brings up what Sonetta says. Stormy asks, if she felt like she did something that was offensive. Tiffaney says, I don't want to move off assumption. And then Stormy asked her, well, do you think that you did something that was offensive? Or you said something like, what do you think you did on that day? And Tiffaney says, she just saying, I'm asking you. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to ask you. And Stormy said, well, what did Sonetta say? Because in Stormy head, she like, I ain't tell Sonetta shit. So what could Sonetta have possibly told you that I said when I wasn't talking to her? I don't know, Stormy. You probably did. I don't know. Okay. And I was kind of like, Stormy, just go ahead and tell her. Just let her know. Like, yeah, I ain't like when you said this or that. But when I watched it the second time, I said, you know what? I don't give a fuck how she responding to Tiffaney right now. Because Tiffaney, you had gave Fumi that same damn energy. When Fumi was trying to have a conversation with you in the beginning, you was giving her all kind of damn hassles and shit. So now that Stormy is giving you a damn hassle, just getting it out, I'm kind of like shoulder shrug. Oh, well, now you see yourself. And it's so funny, and maybe that's why they don't like each other. Tiffaney and Stormy might be more alike than they may think, right? How Tiffaney showed up to Fumi is similar to me how Stormy is showing up with Tiffany's ass. And maybe at a later time, they'll be able to sort out their issues, you know? But that's pretty much that. You know, at some point, I think Kendra tried to jump into the conversation and Stormy said, I'm not talking to you, I'm talking to her. Baby, let me tell you, I was here for that too. Not gonna even hold you. Not even gonna hold you. Okay? And not even gonna hold you. Because Kendra, you also give to me. I don't know if you're a fan of Love and Marriage Huntsville. I don't know if you've just been observing her from afar, or maybe you get a read off Stormy's energy yourself. But you got an issue too. Outside of just your friend Tiffaney. So for me, I was like, yeah, I ain't talking to your ass though. I'm talking to this girl right here. Yeah, the one that can dish it, but when it's time for her to take it, can you really take it? You know what I'm saying? And also the reason why I'm glad Stormy said I'm not talking to you is because I didn't see Chanel jump in. I didn't see Chanel jump in to say anything to Tiffaney. So for Kendra to say something to Stormy, yeah, I don't give a damn who the fuck you is. That's who you is. I'm not talking to you. Okay? So that's that on that. I'll let y'all argue, disagree in the comments as you choose. But that's all I got for this episode. I'm Jamie, that's me, and I'll catch y'all in the next one. Bye.
Yeah, family over fame in this bitch, yeah. The glory of living righteous is setting in. My street knowledge and education's a perfect blend. Young mogul, independent, I've been setting trends. The first one from my family to be faithfully wed. Fuck niggas and the horses that they riding on. I see this shit from all angles like a polygon. I'm never politicking the drama.